Good morning, students. So, welcome back to our science class. Okay. So, this is your science class now. We are actually doing chapter number 10. No, we have already started. I think you have seen my previous video there. I have already started chapter number 10. We have done some portion, means we have discussed the light portion. The chapter is chapter 10, light, sound and force. Okay. Chapter is chapter 10, light, sound and force. Okay. This is page number 67. The chapter is starting from page number 67 in your science book. Okay. So, I will just recap of what we have learned in the light portion. Light, what we have learned. See, light is a form of energy, you know. So, you are able to see things when light falls on the object. Okay. We need light to see objects. There are two types of objects are there. One is luminous objects, means the objects that give us light, they are called luminous objects. Okay, for example, bulb, this tube light, candle, torch, sun. Okay. And what are non-luminous objects? So two objects are there. One is luminous, another is non-luminous. Luminous is objects that give us light, and non-luminous means objects that do not give us light. For example, pencil, pen, table, chair, these are all. Book, these are all. Then we have also learned shadow. What is a shadow? You know, a shadow is formed when an object blocks the path of light or stops the path of light. So how this happens? Suppose you have taken a book and you have taken a torch and there is a table there. You are keeping the book on the table. So then you are throwing the light on the book with the help of the torch. You will see a dark image is formed behind the book. That dark image is the shadow. Okay. So shadows are formed when an object blocks the path of light. And a shadow is always formed on the opposite side of the light. Okay. Then we have also learned that due to the position of the sun, the size of the shadow changes from time to time. Due to the position of the sun, the size of the shadow changes from time to time. Suppose in the morning time and the evening time, what happened? The sun rays are slanting rays are coming from the left side and the right side. So the shadow you will be that time is a long shadow. Okay, in the morning time and evening time. And in the afternoon, midday, afternoon, the sun is overhead, over the top of our head. So the rays of the sun falls directly. So that time our shadow will be small shadow or short shadow. Okay. Then we have also discussed the MCQ that is given page number 68. I am talking about page number 68. 68, 69. That MCQ, we have also solved that one in our previous class. I'll discuss once more. Number 1 MCQ, what will the answer? We can see things with the help of, yes, we can see things with the help of light. So light is the correct answer. You will tick mark. Number 2. Number 2, things that give us light. Number 2, things that give us light. You can see this page number 69. Page number 69. Yes, luminous. Okay. You will tick mark there. Okay. Then, okay, today I will be starting sound. Now I will be starting sound now. Okay. Though this is page number 69. You can follow page number 69 in your science book, sound. In our daily life, we hear different types of sound. So in our daily life, we are hearing different types of sound. The ringing of the phone, when the phone comes, the ringing is there. So that is also a sound. The honking of the horns, the horn is blowing. When a vehicle is there, when you go on a busy road, the honking of the horns, the blowing of the horns, there is. So the chirping of the birds, etc., are different types of sound. Okay? Some sounds are soft, while some are loud. So some sounds are soft sound, while some are loud sound. Some are pleasant and some are unpleasant. That means soft sound means it is very, very good to hear in our ear. Actually, what happens? We are hearing with our ear, no? Ear helps us to hear the different sounds. So when the sound is very good and to our ear, that is a soft sound, very soft. And when the sound is not good to hear, we do not feel to hear that sound, harsh sound, that is a loud sound, or unpleasant sound. And pleasant means that is good to hear in our ear. See there in the picture given there, in the picture given there, the pleasant sound. See the picture. You can follow page number 69 in your book. See the bird is singing. That is a very pleasant sound. Means good to hear in our ear. Soft sound. See the two girls. They are whispering to each other. Whispering. That means we are whispering each other. That is a soft sound. And this sound of this dholak, this one, okay, this is a loud sound. See the boy, he doesn't want to hear the sound. He just covering his ear. Okay. We like soft and pleasant sound. Yes, of course we like soft and pleasant sound. That is good to hear. Good to hear in our ear. This is page number 69. Page number 69. I have written there 69. Okay. And we do not like loud and unpleasant sound. We do not like loud and unpleasant sound because it is very harsh to the ear. It can make us we can get irritated. It can irritate us. Okay. Now noise. Now we'll learn noise. Question is, you can write the question there. What is a noise? What is a noise? What is a noise? Sound that is loud and unpleasant is called noise. Okay, if you have any problem in seeing the board, you just cut your call and rejoin again. Cut the call and rejoin again. Okay? Okay. So sound that is loud and unpleasant is called noise. You can underline there. This is the answer. I have told you the question. What is a noise? So sound that is loud and unpleasant is called noise. Too much of noise is bad for our health. Too much of noise is bad for our health. It harms our ears and can make us deaf. Okay. We can reduce noise by the following ways. So please remember this thing, that too much of noise is bad for our health. It harms our ears and can make us deaf. Okay, too much noise can make us deaf. This is the problem. Okay, we can reduce noise by the following ways. So question can be there. How can we reduce noise? Reduce noise. Okay. How can you reduce noise? We can reduce noise by the following ways. Number one way is speaking softly. Okay, and number 2, always playing TV and music system in a low volume. So by speaking softly, you are reducing the noise. Okay, and by playing the music system in a low volume, it is also a good, soft, pleasant sound. You can reduce the noise. And always play the TV in a low volume. Okay. Now force. Force. Okay. See here. Force. This is also from page number 69 and 70. Okay, you can follow the page number 69 and 70 in your book. Force. In our daily life, we see many objects around us like books, desks, and chairs. They do not move on their own. We need to push or pull them to move. So in our daily life, we see many objects around us like book, desk, and chairs. They do not move on their own. We need to push or pull them to move. So we need to push or pull them to move. Suppose the object is standing there, the object is still on the ground. You are just pushing it, so the object is moving, or you are pulling it, the object is also moving. Okay, so what is the force? Question is, what is a force? What is a force? A push or pull. A push or pull applied on a body is called force. Okay, remember this thing? A push or pull applied on a body or an object is called a force. Okay. Now turn to next page. You can turn to next page there. Okay. So effect of force. Now I am talking about page number 70. Effect of force. Effects of force. Question can be, what are the effects of force? What are the effects of force? Okay, what are the effects of force? See here, force can move an object at rest. Force can move an object at rest. Suppose an object is there. See, I am showing you here, the duster is on my book. So what happened? I am just pushing the duster. So the duster is moving in front. Okay, so that is, I am applying the force and moving the object. So force can move an object at rest. The object is standing there. You are just applying force and moving the object. So force can move an object. Suppose a ball is there, a football is there on the ground. You just kick the ball with the help of the leg. The ball starts moving. So force can move an object at rest. The number 2, force can change the shape of an object. Force can change the shape of an object. Suppose the wheat flour that is used to make the chapatis or the roti. Okay, you are making the dough for making the chapatis. What happened? You can apply the force and change the shape of the dough. You can make any shape. Okay, see the picture here. The ball is just giving a force, is applying the force and wants to change the shape of the ball. Okay, now number 3, force can stop a moving object. Force can stop a moving object. How can this be performed? Suppose you are playing cricket in the ground, no? So what happens? Your friend just hit a ball hardly. So you just ran towards the ball and just stop the ball on the ground. So you are applying the force and stopping the ball. So this is the force. The force helps you to stop the moving object. Okay. When we move something by applying force, we do work. So this is a very good question, that one. how can we do work, or when can we do work? When can we do work? When work is done, when we move something by applying force, we do work. Okay, so we are doing work when we are applying the force and then the object moves, then we are doing work. Suppose in the room or in the classroom, I am just pushing the wall of the room. Am I able to push the wall, move the wall? No, I cannot. So it is very hard. Yes. So what happened? This time no work is done because you are applying force, but the wall doesn't moves. But when is work done? Work is done when you are applying force and then the object moves or the body moves, then you are doing work. Okay, suppose the ball is there, football is there on the ground, you are kicking the ball with the leg, so the ball moves, so you are doing the work there. Okay, so when you move something by applying force, we do work. Okay, now there is one MCQ there, we will solve that one. All of you will solve this in your science book, okay, with the help of the pencil. Okay, so we'll do that one. This is page number 70. Page number 70. Okay, let me do this one. MCQs. Okay, number 1, tick the correct answer. We like dash sound. We like, yes, soft sound. Tick mark soft. Number 2, a loud and unpleasant sound is called, a loud and unpleasant sound is called noise. Okay, so number 1 is soft sound, soft, and number 2 is noise. Okay, okay, so today we have discussed what we have discussed today. Today we have discussed sound, then we have discussed noise also, that is related to sound. Then we have discussed force. No, what is the force? I have told you. You can write the question there. What is the force in your book and underline the thing. A push or pull applied on an object is called force. Then we have also learned the effects of force. What are the effects of force? Force can move an object at rest. Force can change the shape of an object, and force can stop a moving object. Then we have solved the MCQ also. Okay, that's all for today, children. Today up to force we have learned. In our next class, we will be starting the friction. We will be starting the friction portion of this chapter. Okay, so thank you everyone, and goodbye. Okay, so